Happiest Hour. Happiest Hour. Welcome. I start every show, I think, in that exact... Unless I screw the name of this show up. The show that I started. If I feel like I screw it up all the time as soon as we start going. Wherever you're joining us from, this is the Happiest Hour. Brought to you at 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central, 3:30 Pacific, and 11:30 GMT. I like to say that. Shout out to all of our listeners over in the British Isles and also in Iceland. There's a few of you guys. Start popping into the comments section. Let us know what you got going on. I would wonder what's going on in other places in the world. I spoke with Rachel Rossino the other day, and she was talking about everything in Ireland is like normal. Like she's got a new job managing a restaurant, and it's like nothing had, like there was no issue, which is amazing because I feel like the United States is in the process of the train is slowly derailing. Speaking of derailing trains, let's bring on Lancey Joe. Lancey Joe, welcome back, buddy.
Thanks. It's good to see you, Brendan Lemon.
You're keeping me honest. You're keeping me
house.
regular. Oh yeah, look at it's nice.
Yeah, she lives in a Ramada Inn here off of Route 55. I got my Starbucks here. The Ramada has a great Starbucks down there. You got to try this.
We had talked. I don't even want to give away this idea, but we had talked. I won't give the full idea away, but you had talked about reviewing Star. What's the plural of Starbucks? Starbuckses?
Starby.
Starbies? Starbeakses?
Applebee's.
Starbuckses? Starbies. Pie. Starbucks? Starbies?
This is the hardest you've ever laughed
I think you guys just watched me have a seizure live on this show.
Can we get like a health analyst on the phone on Skype? Can we do that? It's not supposed to be used for emergency calls, but have you ever seen that? Because for those of you watching, we use Skype. A little peek behind the curtain. We use Skype.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, anytime you use Skype, it always says, do not use this for an emergency call. And I like the idea of somebody in an emergency seeing that and being like, oh, I can't use this.
Shit. They call 911 and they get like Mumbai, India. Hello, Jaipur police.
They're like, the house is on fire. I better call somebody, but I can't use this app. I don't know what I should do.
I wish that I dialed 911 on Skype and the call went straight to T-Pain.
Well, you know who it would probably go to Sean Kingston, because he had that song. Somebody call 911. Shawty fire burning on it. I bet at his concerts are a liability because
shorty fire burning on a dance floor. Whoa!
If he ever has an emergency.
Oh my God!
They're gonna be
like the hit in college. That was at frat parties. That it was so hot, and it's gone now. I haven't heard, because some of those songs from that era are still around. Apple bottom jeans and the boots with the fur. Everybody knows that. You know what I mean? They still play that song.
Well, that Sean Kingston album was like an old like Robert Johnson album or something. They just don't have any copies of it. Nobody does.
And people want to play it. It's impossible to stream. It's hosted almost nowhere on the internet.
They can't do it.
The Skype situation for this show has been unique because everybody is at home. Everybody's Zooming now. Everybody's Zooming with each other. And they've got everybody Zooming. People are watching this. You're Zooming. You've Zoomed people. If you're lucky, you could Zoom somebody 2-3 times a day if you've got the stamina. In my 20s, I would Zoom 3 or 4 times in a day. I'd take a girl home. I'd Zoom her that night. I used to open every one of my Tinder conversations. Yo, girl, you Zoom on the first date?
Well, you remember back in the day, it wasn't Zoom that you used. They had
GoToMeeting.
You had to send a a VHS tape to whoever you were chatting with on AOL. You would have to mail that to them.
I've been doing comedy so long, I had a VHS tape from when I was in high school that I put into a VHS player in the Comedy Castle in Royal Oak, Michigan, and recorded me on stage 20 years ago doing comedy. Like, I still have it somewhere in my parents' basement. I had to go to, my high school had a broadcasting studio. I had to put together a tape because at one time, I was going to be on tour with Nick Cannon, and they needed like a token white guy on this tour, and I was and look at me. If you need a guy to stand in and be whitey somewhere, I'm the extra. I'm the dude you call. I got the mustache. I got the 401k. But on paper, I'm great white. On paper, I am Hall of Fame white. So they can put me anywhere, and I will happily be white. Anyway, the where I'm going with this.
Yeah, we took a detour here.
I love being white. Like, that's like how this shit came off. What the fuck, Brendan? Jesus. How many? God damn it. All right. I love that Dylan is probably watching this and he's going to be like, God damn it, Lemon. Anyway, where this is going is that I was supposed to go on tour. I had to go to a broadcasting studio to edit clips of mine together from a series of VHS tapes on one side to another VHS tape to send in to those guys. It was Brandon T. Jackson and Nick Cannon. And I got to go on the tour, and then the whole thing fell through. Like the whole financing, all this stuff just didn't end up working out. So I think they saw this clip this year of me talking about how wet I am and set it back in time. And that's probably why they ended up kicking me off of that tour.
Well,
anyway,
I was
people
thinking,
Zoom today is the point of that rant.
I think a good alternate means to communicate with like Bert at Zany's or something like that. I was going to send in an actual VHS. I think that would be hilarious.
I think he would love that, actually. I bet, especially Bert and a whole bunch of, I mean, that's an expensive, when you think about it, it's kind of like an expensive joke, but people at every comedy club would remember you. Every booker manager would remember you from doing that. Or sending like a DVD.
Right. I'm going to send a reel-to-reel.
A Betamax. You could send a little 8-track tape of your top 8 bits.
I'm going to send another comedian to act out my routine.
Get Forrest Lefebvre.
Yes, Forrest Lefebvre would be great.
Lancey Joe as done by Forrest Lefebvre.
Is it wrong that for those of you that don't know, Forrest Lefebvre is another comedian in the Chicago comedy scene, and him and I look a lot alike. And it makes me feel good because people confuse us, and I'm 15 years older than him. So that feels good to me and my Neutrogena routine that I do. But Forrest, him and I look a lot alike, and he's the only male in the comedy scene that I'm attracted to, which actually that's not true. Since Brendan's cut his beard down, I'm very attracted to Brendan Lemon there. Look at this.
Hey, buddy.
Too bad he's not Brendan Gay, you know what I'm saying?
Wiggity, 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 wiggity.
Look at my eyes, roll them.
Oh man, I'm actually gonna. You know what I'm gonna try to do here? I'm gonna. Oh, you're not even watching. You're not even on my watch party, man. Dylan Scott is on my watch party. I was gonna enable you as a co-host over here, Lancey. But it's whatever. We're experimenting with technology in real time here on the Happiest Hour. I almost say the madness continues every time I'm on the show, man. Like, get a grip, Brendan. We should get Janelle on here in a minute if she's available. I think she is.
I can tell you a few news articles while we're talking to you.
Yeah, I want to know what happened in the news today. I've been working all day. Haven't had the opportunity to even take a look at the news, which is odd for me because I'm really on top of it. But I would love to know what's been happening in the news.
Roger Stone says he's praying that Trump will keep him out of jail. And that was actually a misprint by the New York Times. It's actually Roger Stone is praying to Donald Trump to keep him out of jail. Because, the GOP works in mysterious ways.
It's funny because I don't know if you heard this, but in the Oklahoma State Capitol, they built, Dylan Scott, friend of the show, would know this. At the Oklahoma State Capitol, they had a big 10 Commandments thing. And then what they did is they built, the Church of Satan built a Baphomet statue. That legally they had to put it up because they have to equally respect all religions. And so after that, the GOP built a giant statue of Donald Trump where you can go up and kiss his feet. And what I did not know is that if you're a Republican, you have to face that statue and pray 5 times a day. But it's real. That's a real creed. One nation under Trump.
The sad thing is I've been hanging out in the South, and I'm not sure which part of that joke is falsified. I can't tell which part of it. All right. The New York Post. The New York Post says, "Don't forget about murder hornets in case y'all were feeling good. They're still out there somewhere."
just in case this summertime hot weather and lack of COVID outdoors had you spirits getting up. Don't forget that a giant hornet will kill your favorite bees. That hornet looks like it was drawn by a cartoon. Like God designed that hornet when he was actually only 6 years old, and we're still dealing with it.
It's so ridiculous. All this is fake news. Fake news.
It's the fakest. I don't really have. I was just checking out Ground News. I don't know if you guys can. I should show this. Ground News is an app that shows you. This is one of the coolest things to me lately. This is my favorite thing. Although I haven't had a real chance to check it out today.
Brendan Lemon with that mustache definitely goes to .govs. .edu. Go to groundlings.edu.
This is a .net mustache, if there ever was one. This is a mustache that says, "I will email you from a Comcast.net domain." So this whole thing is so cool though, because this app, it's like $10 a year. I signed up for it. It'll tell you which news outlets. I know this is like not a good. This autofocus won't even catch it, but you can see the blue, the gray, and then the red. It'll tell you which news outlets are covering this. Do they lean right or left, or are they center? And you can see what you're missing, because if you're like me, like you're a liberal, so you normally follow lots of left-leaning. And left-weaning. I don't know why I almost said weaning. That's weird. Left-weaning. All kinds of left-weanings. Oh, Wancy Joe, I'm so happy we're on the happiest hour. Fucking, what is happening to me?
I had a horrible nightmare.
I had a horrible nightmare, but then I woke up and Trump was president.
And they trimmed my hair too short.
Can you imagine being that guy? If you had a voice like that, you would have to put on you'd have to 2x your body weight and muscle just so people would take you seriously.
Like, I think you would become the world heavyweight champion of the world. I was
about to say that. Yeah. He had the same thing with like David Beckham, like in the UK. Like David Beckham, in order to be respected by anybody because of his voice, he had to become the world's greatest soccer player.
Yes, that's what it causes.
Like Mike Tyson had to beat up everyone for somebody to take him seriously. He's a sweet man inside. This world is terrible. This world is terrible. He raises pigeons. Terrible. Did you know that?
He raises pigeons?
Just a pigeon raiser.
Yeah, well, somebody killed one of his pigeons one time, and that's what propelled him to the top. That was the straw.
That was the situation.
Yes.
We gotta. Darn it, Janelle Murphy. We got to get you onto this call, Janelle. We're gonna go ahead and try to bring you on here. Speaking of pigeon raisers,
I want, for the record, while we're getting Janelle on the phone, I want to let everybody know that I love Brendan Lemon's mustache. And I just want that to be known because, and I know style. I've got the Donald Trump haircut, so.
Oh, we had another technical malfunction right in the middle of that joke. Sorry, Lancey.
Am I? Where am I?
There she is.
Oh no. I'm not
Janelle
ready.
Murphy.
Okay, wait 1 second.
I love this. Is
crap.
every episode we call somebody and then they're like, oh shit, wait, that should just be the official ringtone of Skype. It's just somebody fumbling to answer the Skype call that arrived on their phone.
Yeah, Janelle, it's not your fault. It's Skype's fault because Skype's like, oh shit, I got to do something now. You kidding me?
Gosh, well, I feel like this is me every time I'm on. Why is it saying, okay, share? So you can hear me?
I can hear you. We can't see you though. You got to turn on video.
Okay.
If
Shoot.
Skype were an employee at your company, you know, if Skype were a waiter, they would just be out back smoking cigarettes, letting their tables never get served. And be like, hey, we sat you, Skype. Oh, shit. Put the cigarette out.
Why? Can you see me now? Oh,
hey!
Okay.
We got you.
Do you? Because I don't see anything.
Do you not? Well, we see you. You're fine. You're on here.
Okay. Cool.
We got you. You
Awesome.
can angle the phone down slightly, but otherwise you're fine.
Oh well, I'm using my laptop. I'm trying to be more high tech.
Oh yeah, you can angle screen down just slightly, but then I'd say you're perfect. We got you. There you go.
Am I supposed to see all of you, or am I supposed to just see Lemon?
I have no idea.
I would think you were supposed to see me. Can you hear me?
I can hear. Oh, there you are. Okay. Oh man, I always just get so embarrassed. I'm like, yeah, let's do this, and I'm like, oh, so I could be a 45-year-old woman on a Skype call that doesn't know how to work it.
So what the audience doesn't know is that this series is actually just a government mandated training program to help people understand. We actually get a check from Microsoft and the U.S. government to try to help educate people on the use of Skype.
I can't.
We're just going one at a time.
I can't tell you how overwhelmed I feel right now.
I like Skype's ringtone. Also, should be what is my Microsoft login again? What?
Well, it confused me because we said 6 o'clock, and then so I was like, getting ready 15 minutes early, for everything. I was like, okay.
And then suddenly I started calling you.
Got a beer in the fridge, huh?
You can go run and grab that beer if you want. You can go run and grab it. Bring it
right here. I don't know. I can't see, so you can see. That's fine.
Ooh, Modelo. I would say.
I was drinking Corona, but I was like, it just doesn't feel right at this time.
It's a little on the nose. Yeah.
I'm like, that's my favorite beer.
I've been carrying limes around with me everywhere just in case I catch it.
Get some zest in it.
You've been doing that for years, though, because of scurvy.
Yeah. You caught me.
Before the onions, it was just or before the onions. God damn it! I fucked this joke up. Before the limes, it was onions, and then the crowd went wild.
Oh no! Okay.
Janelle,
okay.
It's been a little bit. I just wanted to connect with you. I released our podcast From the Madness Continues.
No way.
On Tuesday, and I was listening back to that conversation. And I was like, listen to how full of hope and positivity Janelle and I are about how everything in New York is going to go great. That was in February. That was early February.
Yeah, in February. It was a combination of when life gives you lemons, here comes Murphy's Law. Together, the world.
Whoa! What? That's our sitcom.
There we go.
When life gives you lemons, Murphy's Law. That's great. You and I are a married couple that live in Portland. And
well, I think you even said, I was like, oh, we need to take a selfie, and we took one, and you had said, it looks like we just sent our kids to camp.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to find that picture right now so I can share it with our humongous audience.
Yeah.
We're in the double digits now that you're on here, Janelle.
Tremendous audience.
Really? You could tell me like, like someone really famous is watching and I would be like, I have to believe you because I literally don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's true. Vladimir Putin is watching, actually.
He's my favorite supervillain, so I would be flattered.
Jeff Bezos is my favorite supervillain.
Wait, what was that, Lancey?
We did the same joke at the same time. I went with Brendan criticizing Jeff Bezos.
Oh.
Yeah. Jeff Bezos is my favorite supervillain.
Let's see.
I like Vladimir Putin, and I like his hit single, Putin on the Ritz.
Putin on the tin roof. He's got a sexy calendar. I mean, like, how can that not be your favorite supervillain? You know, he's like shirtless on a horse.
Oh man. I want to see that horse. I want to see that shirtless horse on him. That's the next calendar I want to see.
Yeah, that one's released in Mexico.
Oh man. Well, we're all south of the border now in this Corona situation.
Mm-hmm.
I want to. So what is new with you since the last time we spoke? It's been a whole bunch. I was worried about you in Brooklyn for a while because I feel like everything just kind of ground to a screeching halt in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see you're alive.
I'm alive. Yeah. I did quarantine in New York for like, I don't know, 80 days. And then I went to California for a couple of months. And right now I'm in Texas in quarantine with Corey.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Corey Wood, friend of the show. Is he around? We should say hi to him if he's.
I think he's doing teacher stuff.
No, man, that guy.
Yeah, he still has a job.
Oh, man. Well, yeah. Well, some of us do. Fortunately or unfortunately, I'm sort of semi over and under every day about that. I can't find this picture. I'm looking for this.
Oh, okay. I can find it because I think it's on my Instagram. Let me see.
Maybe that's it. And then we recorded in the thing. It truly looks like we did send our kids to camp though. We look like two happy parents who are finally like, we have a whole week without them.
Oh, okay.
What are we gonna do?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we got so much room.
I'm gonna sleep till 9 a.m.
Yeah, I know, right? We're gonna finally watch Ozark.
We're gonna finally watch Ozark.
I just sent it to you on Instagram.
Oh yeah, there it is. Oh my God, this is so perfect. Here we go, everybody.
Oh, that's great.
Isn't that?
That literally looks like the picture we send to our kids after they left for camp. Mom and Dad still love you, but if we don't answer the phone, it's because we are watching Ozark.
Ozark.
I think we're gonna get. I might as well pick up an HBO subscription for this month.
I think you should. Yeah. Yeah. What have you guys been up to? You guys, I love the Happiest Hour. It's always the Happiest Hour.
I wouldn't blame you if you hadn't seen an episode before, but did you watch us previous? Have you checked out Lancey and I doing this, before we went on hiatus?
I didn't, to be fair, I didn't know you had a hiatus.
You've been watching syndication.
I did have a hiatus until the first time I had sex, and then that went away.
There we go.
It flares back up every now and then, though.
I've seen a couple episodes. It's a fun, good time. Where do we go from here?
Well, I love you plugging that. First of all, we're going to use that endorsement in our advertising. It was a resounding yes. What have you been on stage?
It was a fun time.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
It was a good time. Yeah.
A fun good time, Janelle Murphy. So what was you were having? I'm curious what you were having going on in terms of the creative outlets and things, because you were getting some acting spots, you were getting some. You had some modeling spots. There was a number of things you had going on, and then same thing here. There's a number of projects I had going on that just all crashed and burned. But I was the last time we spoke, and I was listening to it in that podcast. I was like, man, Janelle really had a lot of irons in the fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, well, now they're disintegrated. So.
I mean, as all of us.
Yeah. I was doing like a bunch of like online submissions to Sacramento. So I was like doing little comedy sketches. I was doing house shows for my houseplants. Before the opera was doing it. So let that be known. Social media. I started it first. Just because I'm a nobody doesn't mean that those plants know who I am.
If you had only registered the patent, you'd be a millionaire.
I know. Yeah, I was onto something, but Murphy's Law. It happens. Yeah. So I've been. I was doing that. And then like making dumb like little workout videos too. Yeah, really I haven't been doing a whole lot. Been smoking some weed.
Nice.
Drinking.
Don't say that too loud. You're in Texas. If they find out that you've been smoking cannabis, they're going to lose their shit.
I mean, I'm wearing a bra because I'm in Texas. When do I ever do that? I was like, are they going to stone me? Like I said to Corey, can you compare this to Indiana? Because I've never been to the South before. Like, are there going to be signs telling me I'm going to hell? He said, no, it's a lot nicer here, but kinda.
Oh my gosh. What is Corey like in the world of COVID? What's spending time around that guy like? Corey Wood, of course, big friend of the show. We've had him on a couple of times, and he's been on the podcast. The audience will know him.
Yeah.
Corey Wood, of course.
Yeah, he's good. It's more like, how does Corey Wood feeling about being in quarantine with me? Because I'm like, let's watch Bad Boys 3 today, Yeah.
Corey probably loves it. Corey needs a strong woman to give him direction.
And I need a strong man to tell me you're pointing the wrong way.
Did you guys actually watch Bad Boys 3? I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, well, I've seen the whole franchise, so I had to fill him in because he hasn't. But it was good. It was a funny movie. Totally enjoyed it. Other than that, yeah, just talking about comedy and everything, and him being a teacher and stuff like that. I hadn't seen him since he left Chicago, so it's been fun to. It's been a year.
It would be. I was semi-planning on going down there to see him in Texas, and then all this happened. So the only person I think who's the only person besides you who got a chance to go do that is also a friend of the show, Brian Rowe. But other than that, nobody's really been able to go down there at all.
Yeah, that bromance is strong, so nothing's getting away in that. So
I mean, that's true. Those two guys. Have you seen them cuddle? It's so cute when the two of them.
Yeah, I was like, okay, should I shut the door? Do we need some space?
Be romance.
Pardon?
Be romance is was it? Are y'all
be romance?
Be romance, yeah. But what have you guys been up to?
Well, this a little bit. Lancey, of course, has been on a marathon of recording over 100 episodes of the @Lancey Joe on Venmo show, which I think is a great. He's fighting the good fight for the streaming community over there. We needed a tentpole show to lift up the entire industry, and boy, he's doing it.
He is. Yeah, he was like, I was doing this before it was a thing.
I'm the best thing to happen to streaming since R. Kelly.
Wait, you mean peeing? Yeah.
The original live streamer. What happened to that? Has anybody been following what happened? If you're watching this, then I'm sorry. But if you've been watching this, does anybody know what's going on with R. Kelly? Has anybody
I don't know what's going
followed up on this?
I'll tell you that
he fell out of the news completely.
February of 2020 is the best time to get canceled. That was the absolute best time.
Everyone's getting canceled right now. Even canceling's getting canceled.
Yeah, you can't even.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't.
Yeah, all those academics tried to cancel canceling.
Yeah, yeah, and then they got canceled for canceling.
It's an Ouroboros, man. It's rolled back on itself.
Yeah.
I feel like the only time we can truly fight cancel culture is when comedy's itself been canceled due to biology. So it's like if all comedy was happening, we wouldn't be able to muster a way to cancel it. But canceling, it's got to go.
Yeah, I don't know if you
Vote
heard
Lemon
about
2020.
Quoted, stamped. Did you guys hear about Alinea? How they have this hors d'oeuvre upon coming in to dine at their pop-up restaurant in the West Loop. They are serving like a croquette that is visually looks like the coronavirus, and like people are losing their shit about it. Yeah.
What?
I read an article on it yesterday, and I saw the pictures, and I thought, like, you know, yeah, they're. It was quoted, they're being tongue-in-cheek and mask.
What? Alinea, oh my God, they really do.
Yeah, they're like people are very upset about it.
I'm gonna grab this photo, and I'm gonna toss it into this so that people can see this in the show. So what Janelle's referring it's exactly what you just described. It just looks exactly like the
virus.
Yeah. What a weird, I don't know why someone would find this appetizing or even funny. Like, hold on, I'm just going to try to throw it straight onto the screen. You guys won't be able to see it, but the there we go. I just got the whole thing up in the screen. That's what we're talking about. It looks like two. It's literally what you described. It's like two coquettes with like little stuff. It looks like a coronavirus. I wouldn't eat this if you paid me $100. I wouldn't eat this.
It's complimentary, so you don't have to.
This is amazing because this is how like marketing works in the world today. Is they're like, do you see it on your phone, Lance? Are you taking a look at it on Facebook right now? It's like, this is how marketing works today. Is they're like, how can we be so disgusting and weird during this very unprecedented time that we're going to catch a bunch of attention for being weirdos by shoving this in customers' faces?
Yeah, you know, thanks for making the journey where you could have caught it here. Now that you've taken off your mask, surprise! Now you got corona.
The coronavirus cut me off in traffic the other day, and it looks just like that, though.
Yeah. Here too.
It was driving a Ford F-250.
So I'm moving forward. By the way, with the flags that we talked about yesterday. I found a Trump flag that says Trump Pence 2020 Keep America Great, and I'm having it photoshopped so it says Trump Coronavirus 2020 Keep America Sick, and then it's 2020, and the zeros are two little coronaviruses. So I want to know, is that do you think anybody would buy that? If you're watching this, please, in the comments, tell me if you think anybody would buy it. Andrew Lawson messaged me, and he was like, I want that sign now. I want it, like, right now.
You should make only, like, a certain amount of them so that it will be a collector's item. You know, like have 25 of them, and then, like, have, like, this is 2 out of 25, you know? Like, get it while it's hot or while you're still breathing.
Festoon your home with political irony, so nuanced no one will tell if you're serious or not.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, also in comedy, they're like getting on Ricky Gervais for his comedy. I don't know if you saw that. And he's also another like cheeky guy. And he's like, I make jokes, like, and he's being told about his jokes by a guy who I don't think he's even done stand up. Like, yeah, he's been in The Big Sick, you know, but like. What?
You talking about Kumail Nanjiani coming after Ricky Gervais?
Yeah. Neither of them. I love Ricky Gervais, but neither of them are stand-ups.
Ricky
Kumail's well, they're technically. I mean, they both do stand up, right? Ricky, I feel like when you watch Ricky,
I know
he's like
Ricky
more of a
does.
one-man
I've
show,
seen it, but he's not like his core. Like when I say he's not a stand-up, like his core isn't. You know what I mean? It's like that's not like his main, and then he does these extra things. It's like he does writing and producing, and then he does these.
Yeah, he does a whole bunch of stuff.
Makes sense. Yeah,
he's like a funny guy, but I think that I don't know. Kumail Nanjiani's a stand-up. His roots are in Chicago stand-up.
Oh, I'm such an asshole. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
So is Kumail Nanjiani coming after Ricky Gervais? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I read an article about it.
What? That's so interesting.
Yeah. I've only been on social media on Thursdays. That's like because in quarantine it's really easy to be like, where'd my entire day go? You know? So I'm just doing Thursdays. So now I'm just hello.
Yeah, my cousin Steven on the other side of the pond is reminding us that Ricky's done stand up for years because he's he would know because he started in the UK. So I guess that makes sense.
The UK?
That's weird.
And Kentucky?
Not the University of Kentucky. The University of Queensland.
No, I do. I think he's super funny, but he does stand up, but he's not like Dave Chappelle. You know what I mean? Like, not saying that like he's not great at what he does, but Dave is definitely like more rooted in stand up.
I don't know. Dave Chappelle was in the greatest movie of all time, You've Got Mail.
That's true.
Oh my God! Right, he was, huh?
I love that movie.
He
Oh my God.
He played Tom Hanks' buddy.
Yeah, that was such a cute movie. It's one of my favorites. I feel like I dug a hole in accident.
You're fine. You're like a Meg Ryan type. Like I feel like you could very easily take over that position, and you're like a more how do I want to put it? You're a Meg Ryan who doesn't mind doing shots of Malort.
I fucking love it. Yeah. Or tequila. Let's get wild. Yeah.
So I'm just seeing this now. Ricky Gervais and Kumail Nanjiani has called out Ricky Gervais' humor for normalizing harmful ideas.
What is comedy then?
Come on, Kumail. That seems a little...
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Also, Kumail Nanjiani's 42 years old. Did you guys know that? That's amazing. They were speaking with Rami Youssef. This is interesting. Rami's really taken off, by the way. Like, Rami Youssef's show on HBO, or on, I think it's on HBO. You can see it on Hulu.
Oh, on Hulu? Yeah, I've heard great things about it, but I haven't made my way there.
You can get it on HBO Now, HBO Go, HBO Max. There's more HBOs than strands of the coronavirus.
Yeah, there's 20 of them.
You can get it on HBO France, or as it's known in France, HBO. HBO sounds like a perfume worn by French people. HBO.
HBO.
No, I don't need the deodorant. I have HBO. I put on HBO one time per week. I smell good all time.
Yes. See. Or
see. Yeah, see. How was your 4th of July, Janelle? We should talk about that. The 4th of July came and went. What was yours?
Yeah, it did. Okay, was it just me, or did 4th of July just kind of seem like, should we really be celebrating?
Yeah. It's the least patriotic 4th I think I've ever witnessed.
Like, because we've always known, but like this year we're like, you know what, America? I think you need to just sit this one out and think about what you've done.
Not a lot of things to be proud of while being American in 2020. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah. I went to the dog park. And that was the highlight of my 4th of July. We left the house.
Any day that you go outside in coronavirus is really exciting, I think. You know what
Legit.
I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, going to Walmart has been my most favorite. Like, before it was like, let's see what's going on. But like when there's literally nothing going on and all you have is Walmart, it's a good time.
Texas got on you quick.
It did. It's on my clothing right now. You step outside. It's so dirty.
It's like what is it? It's got to be like 110 degrees in Texas right now, right?
Let's see. Oh, you know what? It's so hot. My phone's not even telling me.
Like you don't want to know.
It just says, "Bitch, stay inside and drink your beer."
Stay inside. Yeah. There's just, dude. I'm happy you have that Modelo, man. This is what you gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta drink to deal with it. I've got cold brew coffee in here, actually.
Oh wow! Look at you.
Let me tell you guys about something. I cannot sleep lately. I'm having trouble sleeping, and I don't know why. I don't know why that's the case. Like I'll work. I've been working out a lot. Like Lance and I have been talking in the yesterday and the day before about how my workout schedule has been ridiculous. I've been running a lot. Sometimes regularly like 6.5 to 7 miles a day. I'll go for walks a lot. I've been working out with weights, like all kinds of stuff, just to try to not go crazy. You know what I mean? And you would think that would make me very tired. And about like 9 p.m., this became like a geriatric podcast. But at like 9 p.m., I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm so tired. And then I lay down and I cannot sleep. I will stay awake until like 2 a.m, lying in bed, staring at the ceiling. And yeah, and it's so weird. I don't, and so then I get a message out of nowhere from a friend of mine today, and he said the same thing to me. He's like, I can't sleep the last 3 nights. I don't know what it is.
Because, okay, I feel like, but prior to coronavirus, I was like, man, I could really use a vacation, right? Like I'm a little pooped. And my first 3 weeks, I caught up on sleep. I've been caught up so much on sleep that my dreams now are like, I got nothing else for you. Wake the fuck up. You do nothing. Okay, how are we supposed to think of shit when we do nothing? My dream last night was just me dreaming about wanting to like dream.
So there's an article that said that this was happening to a lot of people. Not the insomnia, but the having weird dreams. That coronavirus, because of everybody being inside, you're like understimulated. And so everybody now is having these bizarre dreams because their brain is whole cloth inventing things. And after that goes on for a while, your brain doesn't even have anything else to work with. So it's just kind of like, you know what I mean? It comes up with nothing. And so then that's when you fall asleep and you have dreams about the things you did that day. And then you wake up and you're like, there's no escape.
Staring at a wall.
Yeah. I have a job where I watch paint dry and I go to sleep and I have dreams about watching paint dry. Yeah,
literally. You know, it's, we feel, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. I realized I like need city life. You know, I reached points of like homesickness where I'm like, oh, I just want to be back like in the mountains in California where there's nothing going on. And after 80 days of being where there's nothing going on, I'm like, can like, I don't know, someone just punch me? Like, you know, like in a homeless guy, like just like yell at me.
Every once in a while a meth lab explodes out there.
Yeah,
it's kind of exciting.
Yeah. 4th of July was the most exciting thing.
I'm kind of in agreement that being in the city kind of doesn't matter right now. It feels like because nothing's happening anywhere. But I was in West Michigan for a little while, and Lance is, he's in Mississippi at the moment. So it's like kind of strange because you go back to those places and you're there for a little bit and it's nice. And then after a little while, like 3 or 4 days, you're like, oh, I remember why I left this. It was like, it's not that I hate it. It's like, it's fine, but like nothing happens here.
Yeah. You know, oh my gosh. Well, so being at my mom's condo in Northern California, I was like, well, this will be nice. You know, I've been in New York where all I can do is like retreat to my roof and like do yoga. So being in California, my mom has a condo and she has a pool there. I was like, at least, you know what? I'll be in coronavirus and I can like lay by the pool and stuff. I was staying with my dad who he like doesn't live in a condo. He has his own property and everything. But then I'm staying with my mom. They locked up the gate to get into the pool. So I'm like, I left New York because I couldn't do anything. I came here for a pool, Well, also I love you, but, So I've been going to the park.
Same.
There's a
same.
And I've just been wearing my bikini out there.
Whoa. What?
In the middle of a soccer field. Because there's nothing going on. I don't have a backyard. Here I am. Let me get a tan.
I love that idea.
But
I noticed
people learn about it.
A lot of people have been out in parks lately. It's actually been kind of cool. It's like it reminds me a little bit of when I lived in Paris. Like everybody's out in parks, and that's exactly kind of how it feels here now. There's nothing else to do, so it's very exciting.
It's just like a George Seurat painting.
Yeah, it's just like.
Except everyone's in a thong bikini.
Yeah, instead of a Victorian dress.
It's a Victoria's Secret dress.
Yeah.
But the monkey on the leash is still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in Chicago. You get a hipster.
Yeah, hot flash over there for a second, Janelle?
Just a little bit, yeah.
If I even mention George Seurat, Janelle starts losing it.
Yeah.
Pointillism. I can't handle this.
Oh, my gosh, man. If we start to... God forbid we talk about any of the other impressionists. Woo!
Yeah, I might just lose it. Yeah.
George Seurat, Jeff Dunham, all great impressionists.
Show me that puppet.
Show me that puppet.
Oh my God, Janelle.
Let me see you talk out of your ass.
That's so funny. That's the whole show. Janelle, where can people follow you? Where can people get after you, follow you? What you got going on when you're doing stand up to your plants?
What's your phone number, Janelle?
What's my phone number?
Yeah.
I'm only online once a week to limit all of it. No. Facebook, Instagram, comedian J Murph, and YouTube, Janelle Murphy, PHE-EY. Oh my God, I met a Murphy at the airport. I'm not the only Murphy that spells it weird. There's a Murphy that spells it with 2 E's.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was like,
Murphee?
Yeah.
That sounds like a made up. That sounds like an alien was trying to spell the name Murphy.
Yeah. I was like, oh, they're more fucked up than me.
That's very funny. Did you become best friends with them?
I tried, but oh my God, there was this lady at the airport. She was sitting by herself, and something told me to take a look at her, and we were all waiting to board. And she starts coughing in her hand. She's not wearing a mask. All of us are wearing a mask. And I'm like, red flag. And then she throws her phone, and someone picks it up, and I'm like, ew, that's gross. That bitch probably has corona, And and then just be real. And
I would love to approach. I would love it if you approach her yo, bitch, you got corona.
I was thinking it, we were all thinking it while we're staring at her. And then she's like, oh, thanks. And then she walks over to the wall, and she starts talking to her husband on speaker, but like a regular phone call. So clearly she's also a little fucked up, and she's not wearing a mask. And then she just straight up collapses. And I was like, oh, hell no. This bitch is not about to board this flight. It's fucking hot as shit. I've been wearing this mask for 8 hours without taking it off. We need to stop Karen now, And so this little 60-year-old lady and I, we band together, and we're like, we need to stop her. And I was like, it's time to tell on Karen. We need to find an authority figure that's younger than us to handle her.
I love that you Karen'd the Karen.
Yeah, I know. You know what? But I'm Karen with a C.
I'm Karen, CARE''N, about this situation.
Yeah. I'm caring about all of her health. Yeah, and she just starts yelling and screaming at everyone. about like how dumb this all is, and I was like, this is crazy. So I started recording it, and this girl was, yeah, well, why wouldn't I? That shit's crazy. But then this girl our age was like, why are you doing that? And I was like, because this shit's crazy. And she was like, maybe she's going through a really hard time. And I was like, we're all going to be going through a really hard time, and we get corona.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
So, yeah, that's my last story.
She's going through a really hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Look around. We all are.
Yeah. We're going on to a packed flight. Thanks, American Airlines.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, Janelle,
we might
I'm glad you survived. I'm glad you survived. I'm glad you're okay. Thank you for joining us here on the Happiest Hour.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Take care. We'll have to say hi to Corey for us. We'll have to we'll have to have him on tomorrow maybe and catch up with all the usual suspects here. So
yeah, do it.
All right, take it easy, Janelle.
Awesome. Okay, I'll catch you guys later. Be safe. I'll see you later.
Bye, Janelle.
Bye. Love you guys.
There she goes. She's so fun to talk to. I feel like Janelle makes best friends with like people really quickly. She's like, if her and my mom met, I don't think they'd ever stop talking. It would just be.
That's what I was about to say. My mom came to a show once, and Janelle was on it, and they were like BFFs.
Yeah, that's exactly. I think that's exactly what would happen if Karen Lemon met Janelle Murphy. Is that like if my mom was born in our generation and then started doing stand up, I feel like she would turn into a Janelle Murphy. They just have. My mom's pretty funny, actually. She's a funny lady. She always comes up with different ideas for bits for me, and she's like, I got another good one for you. And then she'll like.
Are they in there? They're decent.
Pretty good. Yeah, some of them are pretty good.
What?
I keep telling her, I'm like, just do it yourself, Mom.
Is your dad funny?
Oh, he's hilarious. He's a really good storyteller, and you should go listen to. I had him on my podcast. I did a 2-part episode about when he retired for the second time. I talked about his whole career. We have to do another like 3rd and 4th part, but he's a really good storyteller, my dad. And
he retired twice, like Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he came. Yeah, exactly. He started.
I've retired actually 3 times.
That's true. He retired 3 times. My dad had a whole career in environmental health and human services. He was an environmental engineer, making sure that companies were compliant, and then did a whole bunch of work with the Department of Natural Resources in Michigan. And then he retired from that, and then played for Major League Baseball or minor league baseball for a while. And then he went.
Oh, really?
Then he went, and also like Jordan, he retired because he was on the Wizards. So.
Oh man.
His career really followed Jordan's career in many ways.
I'll never forget when your dad hit that game-winning 3 because Jordan trusted him in the 4th quarter.
My dad never had who's Jordan's number 2? Barkley, right? What the fuck am I talking about? Pippen. Jesus Christ, Brendan.
I apologize.
Why would I say Charles Barkley? Of course it isn't. It's fucking Jordan and Pippen.
I forgive you. We've talked about this many times. For some reason, sports just don't.
There's nowhere to land. Like
for some reason, you don't apprehend, or you don't comprehend. You don't apprehend sports.
I don't apprehend it either. I haven't whatever prefix you want to use. I haven't hended it. It has never been hended by me. I haven't been apprehended. I haven't been comprehended. I haven't. I mean anything. You know what I mean? Post-prehended, pre-prehended,
pre-prehended,
non-prehended, deprehended, apprehended. Okay.
I think I was thinking about when we were talking about the flag or not the flag, the sign that you're going to do for the Trump. I think you should make Biden signs too. That so you could sell them maybe as a pair or you could get one or the other. But it needs to say Biden 2020. Who else are you going to vote for?
Yeah, what else are you going to do? You
really don't have a choice.
You going to be that guy? You going to be that motherfucker? Vote Biden 2020. Show off your face at a party sometime for the rest of your life. Biden 2020. So you can have a social life post this election. Biden 2020. You will get canceled if you don't vote for him.
Biden and whoever, it doesn't matter.
Well, I tell you what, Biden, they've been talking a lot about who Biden should select as his running mate. I'd say Kanye West at this point. Put him in there.
Well, didn't Kanye come out today and said that he's no longer for Trump?
Yeah, he said he's no longer for Trump. That's a whole, we can talk about that tomorrow. I unfortunately have to get rolling to go to, some friends got engaged and we're having dinner. I have to head to a social, event. I have to head to a social, thing.
Mixer?
When did that, last time, yeah, mixer. A social function.
Did you get, my question is how did you get reservations at Dorsia with such late notice?
Well, it was only on their patio. It's a limited menu. Lancey Joe, what's going on at the Lancey Joe on Venmo show today?
I don't know. I'm about to roll right into it. So this is just going to be a continuation of this. So if y'all haven't got enough of the happiest hour, then turn it into the happiest 2 hours of your life.
Hell yeah, buddy. Roll right in there. Check it out. Hit up at Lancey Joe on Venmo. Send him some money. Show him some love. I got to get rolling, so let's take it easy. Lancey, it was awesome. Shout out to our friend of the show, Janelle Murphy. Maybe we'll have Corey on tomorrow. And for all you guys watching, this is the happiest hour here at 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central, 3:30 Pacific, and 11:30 GMT.
GMT.
Take care, everybody. Bye. Yay!